So what I'm doing now is I'm developing possible color palettes that I might use in my painting. I want to use a limited palette of about 5 colors plus black and white. I've researched color trends for kids and baby, nursery, because I've got this in the back of my mind that what I want to create might fit that genre of design. So I've got all these images which are suggesting soft neutrals, pale pinks, pale greens, beautiful taupes, and muted blues. And in addition to that, I've got some of my source images here, and I want to work with some of this beautiful pink from cherry blossoms, which I think is really lovely. I'm working with Kuretake Ganzai paints, which I've got the large pan set, and I've got my corresponding color chart. It's really important to paint your swatches in if you buy these paints, because as you can see, when they're in the pan, they just look like dark lumps, and you need to know how they look on the paper. So what I've got so far is the beautiful bright pink that corresponds with the cherry blossoms, and I've swatched it from intense to pale. And then I've also got an olive green, which is the complementary color of the pink. If you don't know what complementary means, it means the opposite on the color wheel. So when your eye sees a pink or red, it automatically looks for a green to balance out the colors. In addition, because I want a lot of pale colors, I've got a sort of slightly pale green. And I initially thought that this greeny brown would be enough. But when I compared it to that pink, I realized that it's quite a weak color. So I had to go back to my palette and choose a stronger green. When you work with watercolor, it's important that you've got a balance of value. And if you've got a strong pink, then you've got to match it with a strong green. So I've got some mid greens, which are going to hopefully be quite beautiful, which I can use for leaves. And I've also got this slightly more tan color, which will hopefully add some warmth to the finished painting. And then because I know I might want to paint some branches and twigs, I've added a brown and mixed it with a slightly redder brown. And I've noted the 2 colors there. So these are just to guide me when I come to do my painting. And then the last color that I want is going to be black. Now, there are lots of different blacks in this world. You can get your jet black, which is quite a blue black, and then you can get your lamp black. There's a range. So black is not just black. The black that I prefer most of all is Payne's Grey, which isn't even black. I get my Payne's Grey from a tube, and I've got it here. It's softer than a really harsh black, but if you use it quite intensely, then hopefully it can give enough depth. So I'm going to swatch that here. As you can see, it's coming out very grey. Now, because I've got in the back of my mind that I might paint pandas, I'm thinking, that might not be black enough. Let's see if we can get the color even more intense. This is looking more black. I might want to actually combine it with my Kuretake black. So let's see what happens when I do that. And that makes a much deeper black. I've seen in trend research that nursery trend at the moment is neutrals with pops of black. So that kind of works really well. So that's my color swatching done. I'm going to keep those on my desk to refer to as I work with the painting. And even though I've done this, I might decide when I do the actual painting that I need other colors, but I'm going to use this as a starting point. That's all it is. In the next section, I'll show you how to recolor your images in Photoshop so that when it comes to painting them, they are already in the right color palette. I'll see you there.